So my Green Bay Packers lost to the San Francisco 49ers by a score of 24-21. It was a very tight game, but they ended up moving on to the NFC Championship against the Detroit Lions. And so we got our predictions wrong. We expected the Tampa Bay to win and the Packers to win. And over to the AFC side of things, the Ravens ended up taking care of business against the Houston Texans. And it was honestly a great game for the Texans, but kind of unfortunate because they're facing the potential MVP with Lamar Jackson, and he handled business, and so did that Ravens defense. And the Kansas City Chiefs ended up beating the Buffalo Bills while the Bills were at home to advance to their sixth AFC Championship appearance, or fifth, whatever the number is, and they're facing up against Lamar Jackson and that crew. And it's going to be a great game, but a lot of people are voting for Lamar Jackson and his crew to take care of business. So here's my predictions for this upcoming NFC and AFC Championship Sunday. So we have some big matchups with the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. So I'm going to be non-biased as possible, but I felt like the Packers were not robbed of the game because we sold the game, but pretty much that was the Packers' game to win. The Niners ended up being victorious. It's the team that makes the plays at the end of the day, and that's what matters. And so they're facing up against the Detroit Lions. They played a good game against the Buccaneers. Their defense was a little bit sus, but they made it through, right? And Baker Mayfield kind of had a boneheaded interception towards the end of the game, similar to what Jordan Love did. In this game, I believe that San Francisco will take it and book another trip to the Super Bowl because I'm not a believer in that Detroit Lions defense. And I know they have so much hype going around them, but I honestly felt like from a real analysis, I feel like the Packers were the only team to really show that they can battle with the Niners, only because they didn't play this season and we were the wild card. So playing with low expectations, and they played pretty well. But the Lions, I feel like the offense is really good, but if they could exploit that Niners defense, which we kind of showed we could a little bit, then maybe they have a chance. But I'm going to stick with the Niners of going to the Super Bowl. And then up in the AFC, we have Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Ravens, number one defense, honestly. Roquan Smith is on a tear. And that he has Patrick Queen, best linebacker duo in the league currently. Roquan Smith is probably number 2 linebacker in the league, all around, behind just Fred Warner. And they have the tremendous D-line. Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Hamilton are making plays in the back end. And just on the offensive side of things, just Lamar Jackson is just unstoppable. And this is his first AFC Championship appearance. So this is going to be a good game. And the Chiefs, nonetheless, Chiefs defense has been really good this season. It's honestly carried that Chiefs team because the offense has had a lot of inconsistencies, but you can never count Mahomes out. And even though they're traveling to Baltimore, Patrick Mahomes is 6-0 against teams with the number 1 defense, and that's something to keep in mind. And Patrick Mahomes is not new to going to AFC championships, and so I'm gonna have to go with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens because I think that he's propelled that team, did everything on offense with the right pieces, and they get Mark Andrews back. And I believe that Ravens defense isn't gonna give up points like the Bills did against the Chiefs. And then the Super Bowl will be a rematch from week maybe 15, 14, I don't even know which week it was, but between Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think that's going to be the same outcome.